Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Willow. Please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and the notification button so that you can see a lot of me all the time, because this is just going to get better. I wanted to share with you guys, this is New Year's Eve 2018, and everybody's buzzing right now about a new year and a new me, leave the old drama and the old baggage and the old people behind, and I just wanted to put my spin on it. So join me here for a minute if you would. You know, a New Year's resolution is usually about taking something away from yourself that has been ingrained in your life. Me, specifically, I'm a smoker, and I will profess to have a very romantic relationship with smoking. Anytime I have a problem, I run to a cigarette and he's always there. So it's going to be really hard for me to quit smoking. I started 5 years ago. I picked up the paintbrush for the first time, and moving forward, I wanted to dedicate myself throughout that following year to how much paint I could produce in a year. And oh my god, I produced a lot. On the following year, moving here to Vegas, I started working for an ice skating rink, and by November of the following year, I'd put on a pair of ice skates for the first time. I was 36 years old, learning how to skate. It's very, very possible. And at that point, I had, again, looked back into my past and I went, I remember asking my mom for gymnastics classes. I remember asking my mom for dance classes. I also remember never getting them. How would I have been 30 years ago by now if 30 years ago dancing and my physical rhythm and movement was invested in, art was invested in? And I went, So of course I dedicated myself to the following year, picking up ice skates as much as possible, and by January I had another job at another rink where I worked for about the greater part of it the next year and a half. So moving forward, again, year number 3, I picked up a microphone for the first time and started singing, and I have been torturing a lot of you ever since. So thank you for joining me. This past December, it took me a lot of deliberation, a lot of consideration, and I chose not to pick up a new talent. Throughout the past 5 years, I've been going through a lot of mental health therapy, post-suicide survival, and for a lot of the past several years, I've felt like I was invisible or missing, or that the suicide was actually successful and I'm just here taking up space. So a suicide attempt is probably very challenging for a lot of people to reattach back to life and recommit to life again, commit to life on life's terms. All of the ups and downs, the pain that you experienced that led you to the suicide never goes away. In the first place, it never goes away. Over the years, you tend to find better ways of dealing with it, and that's what I want to share with you now. Last year, for December 4, that's what I wanted to share with you then. Just how all of these little things all along the way amounted to something so much bigger. And I did. So last year I committed everything that I had been doing, or myself to everything that I had been doing, and trying to structure it into a form where I can share it with you. And that is exactly what this video and this channel is here for right now. There are also other channels that are going to be in the mix that are going to be sharing a lot about the singing, a lot about ice skating, and a lot about art. So stay tuned. Those links will come up in description boxes in later videos as soon as I figure out how to manage and operate all of that stuff. But for right now, let's just stay focused on this. Excuse me. So For the past 5 years now, I've been doing nothing but therapy, it seems. The art, as you all know, has taken me somewhere. The skating, as you all see, I skate all the time. And the singing, I mean, you always see me at karaoke, or I'm always posting a video singing something. And at first it was scary and it was intimidating. And even now it's very scary and intimidating. I think that one of my resolutions last year as far as singing went was to force singing onto a new platform. And I did join that karaoke competition, and that was another platform. After that, I ended up developing a lot of strength and control and precision in my vocal cords, and I'm gonna share. I'm definitely finding a way to share that with you in a more open and a more precise way this year. So stay tuned. These things take time, and with patience and dedication, all things are possible. I really want to encourage you at this point of this video, regardless of what time during this year you're viewing it, to consider your own December resolution. Look back into your past. Look back at the childhood that you had. Did you used to draw? Did you used to ride bikes, go skating? I took a friend of mine out skating the other day that hasn't skated in years, and it was brilliant to see the smile on their face. So there are so many things that we used to do when we were little that we haven't, that gave us joy and happiness and accomplishment, and we would feel so great just riding around the block for the entire afternoon on a bicycle, singing songs that we didn't even know the words to. You know, back before we started singing alone in the car with the windows rolled up, we used to do this riding our bikes around the neighborhood. So there's something that you did as a child. There's something that you invested yourself in that maybe you haven't seen in a couple of years, or maybe you asked for and somebody didn't get you. A part of you that has since been dormant. I don't want to say dead. I want to say a part of your spirit, a part of your soul's happiness that has been dormant for a long time. I would love to encourage you right now at this point to look back upon that part of yourself, the happiness and the zeal that you felt inside of yourself. And I encourage you to have the heart this year to bring that back to life in yourself. Go put on a pair of skates. Go on a bike ride. Go for a go-kart ride. Did you always dream of being a NASCAR racer? There are go-kart places all over the city that you could exercise that with. There are, you can actually rent and drive actual NASCAR cars. I think, Steve Tyler, that's a singer. Stephen Perry, I don't know who he is. A moot point. Anyways, what you want to do can be done. There are acrobatic facilities where you can do tightrope walking and oh, this is Vegas. This is Vegas, and for those of you who are not from Las Vegas or from the states that are viewing this video, when you come to Vegas, don't go see the Grand Canyon. It's a hole in the earth that was dug out by water. They're everywhere. There's trenches everywhere. Go over to that acrobatic thing and go do some tightrope walking or some trapeze things or something wild that when you go home you're never going to get the opportunity to do, because they literally only have that stuff for the public here in Vegas, type of thing. And let yourself live. Let yourself live the life that you wanted to see. Stop depriving yourself of the life that you want to have, the things that you want to see in your life. Stop depending on other people to get them for you. We were small children dependent on our parents to provide for us the things that we need. And what they did was provided for us the things that they needed us to have. This is your life now. You're a grown-up. You are in charge of this vessel, and if you want something for yourself, don't deny it for yourself. Go get it. Thank you very much. I hope that you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble, and I would love to hear your take on a December resolution. Please put it in the comments below, and let me know how successful you've been with your December resolution. And Happy New Year.